What's up, everybody? My name's Chance, and today we're going to be hopping into a teamer deck. It's going to be called Thassa's Elementals, and we're actually playing two gods today, Klothys and Thassa. So I figured double the gods, double the fun, right? Anyways, I got to looking at Thassa, and I was like, you know, everyone's been playing Thassa, everyone's doing this and that and whatever. I just want to play something fun today, you know? I did the event, and I've been trying to crank out decks and all that stuff, so I decided I want to play something that Chance wants to play, and I really love Elementals, and I think Thassa Elementals would be, well, really fun. And then I got to thinking about it, and Klothys works off lands, which, well, we all know how stacked you can get with lands with Elementals. So I'm playing 3 copies of Klothys. And I'm also playing 3 copies of Living Twister because this allows us to deal damage with those lands that we get, and it's also an elemental. Now, I will say this. I contemplated playing Oro. Okay, I think I contemplated it for quite a bit. And you can if you don't want to run the Sinister Sabotage. Or hell, let's do that. So we're kind of split, okay? We'll split it down the middle. Because I feel like Oro is fun, right? And it's really good. But Sinister allows us to actually play in all those control matchups and things that are going to be countering everything. Which we all know there's tons of. Destiny Spinner is great, but the likelihood of her getting removed is high if you don't have enough Sinister Sabotages or whatever, you know. So we'll throw in some Oros, I guess. Like I said, I'm trying to have fun today, so the Sinister was just like, don't allow me to not have fun. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna allow you to not have fun, but don't allow me to not have fun. If that makes any sense. Anyways, before we go and hop into this deck tech or deck breakdown, I would like to remind everybody, if you enjoyed the video, please be sure to leave a like down below, comment in the comment section if you have any suggestions on this video, future videos, or past videos. Furthermore, if you're new here, consider subscribing. It's free and it's a great way to support the channel, as well as get an update every time I drop a video, which is generally daily. Now, on into what we are actually playing. Bit of a harsh intro there, but it'll work. 3 copies of Claim the Firstborn, because this actually works very well with Thassa. If you claim their target, right, and it says at the end of the turn, you'll have to give it back. But if you proc Thassa first and you flip that creature, you exile and bring it back, it brings it back under your control, and it doesn't proc the second part of claim. So you just get to keep control over it. So it's a 1 mana, take your shit kind of ordeal. Now, granted, you do have to have a Thassa down, so it's not exactly 1 mana, boom, you know, turn 1, take your shit. But it does work very nicely. Moon is down. We have 2 copies of Runaway Steam-Kin to help us generate some mana, especially if we're going to be using Living Twister to use our lands to, you know, be destructive. Runaway Steam-Kin can help us keep mana up without those. Also, it's an elemental, so it's going to proc, you know, Risen Reefs, all that good stuff. 4 copies of Destiny Spinner to keep our creatures and enchantment spells uncounterable. 2 copies of Creeping Trailblazer to buff up our elementals. 4 copies of Growth Spiral to play us some more lands down. 2 copies of Sinister Sabotage, I've already explained this. 3 copies of Chandra, Acolyte of Flame, because she works so well with elementals and is so very fun. 3 copies of Klothys, because, well, I want to play Klothys, you know. Works well with Living Twister. Has a nice little clause where if we're exiling cards that aren't lands, we're dealing damage, which is nice against those control players. It is indestructible, and we have a whole lot of green and red, so we can get it down. You know, we can get it activated. 3 copies of Living Twister. Now, getting Thassa activated is going to be a little bit harder, but you know, we'll get to that. 3 copies of Living Twister. I've already explained this as well. 3 copies of Risen Reef. I don't feel like this card needs an explanation. 2 copies of Oro. We kind of went over this in the beginning. I think it's fun. It's a nice way to ramp your deck. It works well with Living Twister and Klothys. You know. On and on and on and on and on. Now, I will say this. Whenever you're exiling the cards for Oro, keep Klothys in mind, you know? If you want mana, don't exile your lands. If you want damage, exile your lands. It's that simple. 3 copies of Thassa, Deep Dwelling. Again, I don't feel like this card needs an explanation, but since she's new, I'll go ahead and explain it. At the beginning of your end step, exile up to 1 other target creature you control, then return that card to the battlefield under your control. This is why when Claim the Firstborn goes off, it doesn't actually go off, because Thassa just returns it to your control. Anyways, let's see. Omnath. Right. Sorry, I was thinking about something else. Anyways, Omnath, whenever it enters the battlefield, is going to deal damage equal to the number of elementals we have down to any target. So Very, very nice effect. Obviously, Thassa bouncing this allows us to deal that damage over and over and over again. Furthermore, it allows us to build our elementals into some scary heights and allows us to draw cards. So, you know, what more could you ask for out of a 4-mana card other than Thassa, I guess, right? So, it's a very awesome deck. It's very low to the ground as far as cost goes. And, yeah, all that being said and out of the way, we're going to go and hop right into some matches. Alrighty, I don't know how to say that name, but here we are in game 1. No, thank you. I don't want that many. And honestly, if you want to go up your number of lands in this deck, probably wouldn't be bad. Though if you're going to do that, I will say, we have all the mana we need right here. So, if you're going to do that, I will say playing a Crisis might be something good for you. I actually don't want a Challenger, really. Growth Spiral is alright, but I am going to lead with a Steam-Kin, I think. Although we could go Growth Spiral into an island. We'll go Steam-Kin. We'll put a body on the board. Let the bodies hit the board. The remix. Dawn of Hope. Does draw us a card. Yeah, I think we'll just play with the Oro this turn. Oh, we hit a Fabled Passage. How lucky. How lucky. So I have double blue already. I think I will get some green. This way if we want to escape the Oro, we can. And we'll get in for the measly 1 damage. Prison Realm coming down on Steam-Kin. That's alright. Some more red mana. I think we're going to go Destiny Spinner. And actually go ahead and go Steam-Kin. We can play the Growth Spiral on our next turn. Sinister's not bad, and actually a reason for us to not cast Growth Spiral. So we'll swing in with what we have and see what our opponent's response is. Create a token. Oh, right. So there goes our Steam-Kin, actually. Completely forgot about that. That's okay. It's still kind of early, I guess. That was a very oops kind of moment. Very, very oops kind of moment. Divine Visitation. We will counter that. That's too big. We don't want any lands, and this will help fill up our graveyard so that our Oro can escape easier. And Lord knows we want that monster to escape. We can wait on the Growth Spiral. We can play it during their turn. So we'll get in for the 2 damage and end our turn on that note. Prison Realm. Coming out on our Klothys. Ah, there's another Sinister. Turn late. Oh no, it can't. I forget. It can only target creatures. And Klothys isn't online yet, so technically she's not a creature. Oh, that hurt. That certainly hurt. Alright, so this is from the opponents. Let's go ahead and get rid of the Divine Visitation. We'll deal 2 damage, gain 2 life. I can escape with the Oro if I want to, draw some more cards, or I can go Living Twister and, well, next turn. We don't really have enough red mana this turn, but next turn we can start dealing damage and all that sorts. I think I am just going to get the Oro down. I want to save at least 1 land. This way, if nothing else come next turn, I can play my Living Twister, use Klothys and oh, nice. Right, so we'll go ahead and tap this. Get a mountain. I was gonna say this way we would have 3 red mana so we can get the Living Twister down and kill the zombie no matter what next turn, but this works out. They may kill my Oro here. Murderous Rider. That's alright. And a Chandra. Alright, so we don't need to do the whole Klothys thing in order to do that. We can use this to kill their zombie, but now that I'm seeing some actual stuff on their side, I'm thinking I might just go Chandra and get some... Although, that she's just open, so never mind. We will go ahead and get down the Living Twister. And, yeah, I don't think we need to kill the zombie quite yet. I was okay with it when it was their only creature and it meant we could get in more damage, you know, just by means of them being open. But if they have more blockers on the field, I think I'd rather focus on that. And if we discard 2 lands, we can actually kill that Murderous Rider, so, you know. Question is, do I want to bounce a land here? I think yes is the answer. Alright. So we're all out of... Oh, a land was not the answer. That's okay. We'll choose red mana. Can go ahead and play this. We can go ahead and play our Chandra, and we need to.
Not to brag, but I'm totally
I'll turn Klothys on. No. We can only proc that once. Like, we can return and then proc it, but we don't have enough. Right. So we're still 1 short. So yeah, doing that land was not a good idea. That's okay. You live and you learn. Alright, so we'll create these little 1/1s. And we're actually going to swing all in, because even if they block with the Murderous Rider, we can use Living Twister to kill the Murderous Rider after that. So, this should be fun. They are going to block with the Murderous Rider. They're not going to block with the Murderous Rider. They are going to block with the Murderous Rider. Back and forth and back and forth. To and fro and to and fro. Alright. Let's see if they pay 2. Draw a card. They do, they do, they do. Alright, so discard. Kill. Bada bing, bada boom. And we can always wait to return a target land if we want. So we're up to 3 cards that are in graveyard. Wow, we're only drawing lands and they're not really playing anything, so Klothys and Oro, in, I guess, very niche situations, are actually a nombo together. That's very surprising. Anyways, we will swing all in. They'll create a little 1/1. The 1/1 will block the 4/5. We'll get in 4 damage with them. We can use Living Twister to deal 2 damage. Let's see. Okay, yeah, resolve, whatever. You can deal 2. You can deal 4. Alright. Maybe. Let's see. 2, tap. 1, return. 2, tap. Yeah, so we could still only deal 4 damage. So, that being what it is, There's no need in us playing the Fabled Passage. We'll end our turn on that note. Through Absolution, I think that guarantees us the game. Actually, I think they just guaranteed us the game. So now we can do this, this. We can literally just kill him with Living Twister, and the amount of lands we have, we can kill him with Living Twister. And this is why I said it was really nice. Right? Because the elementals aspect in the early game and building and all that stuff allows you to get in the early damage, and Living Twister is very, very easy direct damage, right? So game 1 being picked up, Living Twister. What can I say? It's a blast. It's a whirlwind. That's a better joke. It's a whirlwind. Anyways, on into a game 2. TC Radioactive. Gonna be our next foe. I want to keep this in because it's everything I love. And I'm trying to have fun. That's what I have to keep reminding myself. Sometimes I'm like trying to have fun and then I get too competitive because at heart I'm like a semi-competitive person, right? I like to win, but I understand it's not everything. Hello. Why, hello. Anyways, so I'm like semi-competitive, I'd like to say. I don't care about winning, but if I do win, it's fun, you know? I can lose and have fun too if it's a good long match, twos and fro's, and not just like nope, nope, no. You know those games where you're like, can I play this? And the opponent's like, counter. You're like, can I play this? And they're like, counter. Very annoying, right? I mean, I understand why people do it because they're more competitive. They like winning more than anything. So, you know, to each their own. To each their own. So Temple of Abandon, that's the only unfortunate thing. If that was untapped land, we could do it to where we could get the Growth Spiral and the Risen Reef, but we can't. We simply cannot. Alright, well I definitely want a Risen Reef down. The more Risen, the more better, I think. I think that's how that saying goes. Another Growth Spiral, I won't say no to that. And we can't do anything with 1 mana, so I'll just go ahead and play the Temple. Sinister. I'll take a Sinister. Yeah, sure. I'll take some counter magic. Counter magic, eh? Nyx Lotus. Ooh, Mono Blue Devotion is what it is. I should have known that with the Caliph, right? That's okay. I'll allow it. You can hit me in the face this one turn. Alright, so I'm thinking we just go Omnath and kill their Caliph, right? That sounds like a very direct play, but it sounds like the right direct play, so. Living Twister, that's nice. We saw the potential of that card last game. We got a land, we'll give a counter to a Risen Reef. And if we can hit another land here, we can actually attack with that Risen Reef, so I will try for it. We didn't. That's unfortunate. But we can still swing in with these two and at least get in 2 damage. So, at the end of the day, who's the real winner, right? Now, I'm very, very frightened by that Nyx Lotus, because if they get something down like a Gadwick and start just going off on mana, it's going to be a scary time. But if we can get down Living Twister, you know, and get them low enough, the game is ours. Now, since we are getting so late into the game, I do need to start keeping up mana for Sinister. Honestly, I probably should have kept up that turn, but that's okay. Yeah, you did that one backwards. You did that one all backwards radioactive. Oh no, they still tapping it. Okay, there you go. There you go. Okay. I guess that actually makes more sense that they played that first, because then it gave them one extra for the tap on that. So I'm the one that was backwards. Correction, everybody. Oh, this is nice. This is a lot of mana. This is a nice thing. So they're up to 10 mana. They have 3 cards in hand, and it can't be a Krasis, but it could be a very big Gadwick, right? They could have a full hand. Oh, and it is. Oh, you gotta love some of this stuff. Now, you gotta be absolutely terrified shitless of some of it, because like here, obviously, I should have, you know, well, kept up mana for Sinister to block that Nyx Lotus, but, because dear God, this is one turn, right? This is all in one turn. And it all could have been stopped so easily. That's the fucking crazy thing. One little Sinister and none of this would have been a problem. Now obviously we're gonna have to get rid of a whole bunch. There's the finale for 5. Why though? Like why? If you can produce so much mana and you know you only have to wait one turn to hit a finale at the top? Why? I don't think that's high enough, is it? I mean, sure, it's a 10, but that doesn't quite win you the game. This is interesting. I feel like they blew their load a little early with that finale. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like they definitely could have gotten more out of it, but you know, I'll take it if an opponent wants to blow a load early. Who am I to tell them no? I need a Thassa, please. I need a Thassa Fasta. Alright, so I want mana for the Sinister, which is this, this, and this, right? Now we have 4 mana to play with. 4, 4, 4. 4, 4, 4. We can get a Klothys down. It'll at least heal us up a little bit. What does Twister give us that Klothys doesn't? Card draw, right, with the Risen Reef. Does give us more card draw, potentially more lands. Klothys gives us only one target there and only one target there. Alright, tell you what, we'll hit the Twister. Do the twist. Take action. Let's go ahead and buff you up to 3/6 so you can kill Gadwick. Sound like a plan, man? Oh, another Omnath. That is fantastic, but I do still want mana for Sinister, so I can play this and shock it. And you can get bigger than the, what's it called? I can also play an Omnath and just kill the Gadwick, I suppose. But I think it's better to save these for face shots at this point. You know what I'm talking about. It's all about the money shot. Alright, so I can play this. No, I can't, because I only have that blue mana left. I can play this and keep mana for Sinister. That'll work. That will work. Alright. So we'll let them resolve with having 26 mana. Look, it doesn't matter how much mana you have if you don't use it right. Am I right? Am I right or am I right? They're keeping 3 mana back. You gotta think that they have a Sinister to counter my potential Sinister. The Gadwick for how many? 20 something? Do I care about the Gadwick for 20 something? No. Oh wait, maybe. Wonder if this only procs when it's played? Yeah? I gotta be missing something here. We've got to be missing something here. Alright, so they're gonna draw some more cards. I'm fine with this, you know. The only thing that really matters is countering that last little Thassa's Oracle. Or I guess the Jace. The Jace is very, very counterable as well. But they should have counter spells in their hand, right? They should have tons, because they haven't been countering a whole lot. Yeah, Hypnotic Sprite. Well, we're probably going to lose, but I gotta say this is an interesting deck. I don't think I've seen this one so far. The Nyx Load is getting them so much mana. And we won a game 1, so that's okay. But man, this is impressive. Now, we could have potentially won the game had we drawn into a Thassa somewhere. So we could have been bouncing the Omnath and taking out their stuff. But that's really our only source of removal. Y'all know me. I'm not too controlling. I'll play control every once in a while, but this is interesting to watch. If nothing else, this is very interesting to watch. It may not be me playing it, but still, it's interesting. The ability of what can happen in Magic games now is just crazy. The amount of mana that can be produced, both blue and green, it's crazy. Crazy. Look at this shit. They have how many cards? There's the win. There's the GG. Thassa's Oracle. Picking it up for them. Alright, so I had fun. Game 1, we won. Game 2, we had fun. Well, I had fun in Game 1 too. You know, we won. That's always fun. But Game 2, I had fun, even in losing. We'll hop into a Game 3 as like a tiebreaker. Alright, that is going to do it for our matches today, everybody. I'm sorry that I keep only getting in 2 matches, but Eva had work this morning, so I had to take her, and then I got back to the house and had breakfast, and you know, I have work today, so I have a list of errands and things to do. I gotta go adult, but I do hope y'all enjoyed the matches today. I know Thassa's not everyone's favorite little god, but she is fun to play with, and if you can have fun with a card, then I think you can allow your opponent to have fun with the card, and I think that's the way Magic should be played. Things like Oko and all that, I don't think are fun for anything, so you know, there's a line. Thassa may or may not cross it. I know for some she does. For me, she doesn't, because I think it's into more of how I like to play the game, and so that may be a little biased. But anyways, I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, please be sure to leave a like down below, and you know, subscribe if you're new here, all that wonderful stuff. Y'all are all wonderful people. I love the support y'all have been giving me over this past, you know, over a year now. It's been absolutely amazing, and yeah, as always, I'll see you either later today or tomorrow. Peace.